Hi, I would like to thank you for your comments and support. I'm glad you enjoyed my first video. I received few requests to look at other coins, but for now I will concentrate mostly on Bitcoin, not because I don't like other coins, but Bitcoin is the driving force in the market, at least for now. I will probably look at other coins in the future. The next video I'm preparing will be for the future of Bitcoin and how do I see Bitcoin in 3 or 4 years, and the one after that will be predictions for March. I don't have a set schedule. I post them when they're ready. So if you like to watch my videos, you can subscribe to my channel on YouTube. Today I would like to do something different, a short video for the birth chart of Bitcoin. I don't want to displease the ladies, but this time I'll go with Mr. Bitcoin. And one of the reasons is that when I do predictions, I treat Bitcoin, well, almost as a person with his good and bad days. In his good days, I assume that the price goes up, and the opposite in challenging periods. This gets a bit tricky and difficult to predict when at the same time the chart has positive and challenging aspects. I hope you enjoy the video. For me, the most important chart in astrology is the horoscope, also known as a natal chart or birth chart, which is actually a snapshot of the sky at the moment of birth or any new beginning. Unfortunately for Bitcoin, we don't have the location of the chart, but only the date and time. So as a result, we don't have the whole picture of the chart, which again makes it difficult for predictions. In this case, I look at the planets, the nodes, and few asteroids. I like the fact that we have no idea who the father is, Mr. Nakamoto. I'm pretty sure if we did, central banks, governments, and so on, in order to damage Bitcoin's reputation, they would dig really hard to find some dirt on Nakamoto. And then again, who knows? There are few charts for Bitcoin, but the most widely accepted is for the 3rd of January 2009, the date and time that the first Bitcoin was mined. So what Bitcoin would be like as a person, and would you have a beer with him? I know he's too young for a drink, but we kind of ignore that for now. If I had to describe in one word this powerful chart, would be the executive. And guys, not any executive. The reason I'm saying that is the purple circle you see in the map, which shows the conjunction of 4 planets, Sun, Mars, Pluto, and Jupiter, and 2 asteroids, all in the sign of Capricorn. For those who are unfamiliar with astrology, Capricorn and his ruling planet Saturn represent authority, ambition. It's a very goal-oriented and hard-working sign, responsible and determined to achieve success. Capricorn and Saturn represent a lot of things, but Saturn in a chart also represents the father. There is a reason I'm saying that. Mars in Capricorn is very strong placement for Mars. It shows a strong focus on career and achievements. And with Pluto conjunction, there is no doubt that Mr. Bitcoin is a very competitive and passionate warrior. He's got so much stamina and will that he will not stop until he reaches his goals. He will stick to his plan no matter what. Something that doesn't surprise me in this chart is a strong theme of obsession. And I'm saying that because of the Pluto-Mars and the challenging aspects to the moon. Not only he's got an obsessive personality, but people get obsessed with him also. I'm sure most of you understand what I mean. Venus in a chart represents money, love, relationships, and what gives us pleasure. There is a lot to say about Venus in Pisces, but in his chart it shows his softer side. Although he seems to be a tough person, he can also be compassionate and helpful. With many planets in Capricorn, a person could be very traditional and conservative. He may be that, but his way of thinking is different. Mercury shows the way we think, learn, and communicate. And in Aquarius, it's a strong placement. So we got 3 planets in a very strong placement in his chart. The mind here is future-oriented, intelligent, progressive, with good verbal skills. People with this placement have interest in science, politics, they understand larger concepts, and they are able to speak in a large audience. They basically want to do something good for society. Oprah Winfrey and Michael Saylor have also Mercury in Aquarius. As a matter of fact, Michael Saylor's Mercury conjuncts Bitcoin's Mercury. I guess these two have a lot to say. People with Mercury in Aquarius may have new and bright ideas, but they're also very stubborn. They question everything. Mr. Bitcoin probably enjoys art, nature, and all the good things in life, including beauty. People with Venus in Pisces tend to idolize money and love, something they need to pay attention to before they get into trouble. But then again, this depends from the rest of the chart. But in Mr. Bitcoin's case, things are different. With the beneficial aspect between Venus and Pluto, not only has a real talent dealing with resources and finances, but he is also the person that could advise and motivate others for financial gain. He is spontaneous, courageous, assertive, he likes new beginnings, and he feels safe when he can do his own thing. That's his moon in Aries. But because of the challenging aspect to Mars and Pluto, he's also moody with strong emotional reactions. He seems to be very suspicious, but after you gain his trust, he is super loyal. His mother could be a strong woman, but his relationship with her was probably or is a bit rocky. I know many times Bitcoin is testing our patience with its random and surprising change of direction. The blue line you see now on the chart is the opposition between Uranus and Saturn. The planet of stability and structure, Saturn, opposing the planet of sudden change and surprises, Uranus. This is a clear indication of the volatility and sudden change of Bitcoin's direction. This polarity could mean a lot of things, but he's also the person who is able to change what is no longer useful and create new structures and form. He can't decide whether to follow the rules or breaking them. And an aspect that I noticed this morning and it made me laugh is the Neptune quincunx to his Saturn. The quincunx is an aspect that shows adjustment or separation. In this case, he probably needs to blend fantasy and imagination with reality. This aspect has many meanings, but one of them is that the father of Mr. Bitcoin, Saturn, is absent, unknown, missing, or hiding from authorities. Isn't this something? Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. And my question to you is, after all you've heard, would you like to be friends with Mr. Bitcoin?